In this video, I am addressing the transgender agenda, particularly bisexual individuals that identify as the opposite sex that they actually are. Just because TikTok is telling you you could be a man and a woman at the same time, or if you're a man you can give birth, doesn't make it factual, it doesn't make it true, and it certainly doesn't provide proof. It's just fictitious nonsense. You have the right to identify with whatever you want, but in actuality, being realistic, genetically, biologically, anatomically, physically, you are what you are. And the medical science backs it up. Morphological approach is based on the examination of bones that show the strongest sexual dimorphism, principally the skull, the pelvis, the femur, and the tibia, elbows, shoulders, fingers, and thigh bones. So you go check the medical facts, and that will run contrary to the Chinese Communist Party TikTok brainwashing program that you've been receiving through social media, telling you that you can be anything you want to be. If you want to be a man or a boy or a little girl, you can be all of them at once. You're species fluid, you're gender fluid, binary, all of this garbage that they're throwing out there to confuse you and control you and manipulate your mind and exploit your weaknesses is just nonsense, folks. You need to just get over yourselves. Honestly, and just wholeheartedly, just get over yourselves. You're not the opposite gender. You can identify with whatever you want. That is your personal preference. That is your own reality inside your imagination and your mind, and nobody can tell you what you can identify with. But because of other people's perceptions of what reality is and what it isn't, plus coupled with the medical facts, anatomically, genetically, biologically, physically, you are what you are gender-wise, and just that's it. That's it. That's the bottom line. As far as I'm concerned, there's actually four. There are individuals with a penis that are physically a male. A woman has a vagina. Then you have somebody who has both, that used to call them hermaphrodites. I don't know what the new term is now. And then you have other people that have no genitals. So the last time I checked, there's only four. Physically speaking, genetically, biologically, anatomically. But whatever you have going on inside your head, your imagination, you can identify with the rhinoceros if you want. That is your business. That's your personal truth. That's your right. That's your own, that's the truth of your own journey. That's your identity. You can identify with whatever you want. But what I'm referring to is the medical facts. And you can I encourage you to do your research. Again, the morphological approach is based on the examination of the bones that show the strongest sexual dimorphism, principally the skull and the pelvic bone, the femur, the tibia, elbows, shoulders, fingers, and thigh bones. That will tell you exactly what gender you are. If you are a bisexual man that identifies as a woman, your identity is whatever you want. But the fact is that you cannot give birth because you are not a woman. And a man cannot give birth. So they have these icons that show pregnant men. I mean, you understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to disrupt the community of unity, and they're trying to create tension and chaos because it's the old paradigm, divide and conquer. Just because the internet is telling you you can be something does not make it so, because of actual reality. You are not a flying unicorn, even if TikTok told you you are. Maybe in your imagination you could be whatever you want. But while you occupy this physical plane, in this physical world, in this material terrestrial density, you are what you are. And just that's the bottom line.